We are not reconciling. I'm not hoping he's coming around. I'm not going to settle for less than I deserve. And it's just wild to me that I keep getting this vibe from Christine that, oh, you deserve more. I'm like, yes, of course I do. And I'm taking it for myself. I'm doing more.
It's the fact that Kody's saying he doesn't understand why Janelle can't be in a marriage with him now when she's been happy in a marriage with him with Christine, and she's been happy in a marriage with him with Mary, and suddenly with Robin as well, but suddenly she's not content with just being in a relationship with him and Robin. And it's like, because circumstances have changed, because the way you treat your wives have changed, the way you speak to your wives have changed. And I love the fact that Christine has reached that epiphany that, you know, she cannot push Janelle to leave, but Janelle will make the choice when she's ready. Anyway, I digress. Hey there, thanks for stopping by. It's your girl Valerie. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe, click the like button, turn on the notification bell for when I upload new videos, and definitely leave a comment. In this episode, I'll be reviewing Sister Wives, Season 18, Episode 10. Don't know how I feel about this internal struggle between Kody and Christine, sort of vying for Janelle's attention or vying to win Janelle. That's the impression that I get. I know it's an unpopular opinion, but that's the impression that I get. Anyway, you have, it's Easter, and Mary says she's never celebrated Easter as a child, and apparently it seems Kody decided that his family wouldn't celebrate Easter, and so they didn't celebrate Easter until Robin came into the family, and then she said, well, if you don't celebrate it, I'm taking my kids to my mom. And I think she did this because she knew Kody was infatuated with her and would do anything and everything to make her happy. And so she decided to change the dynamics of the family by, you know, outruling everybody else and sort of getting her wish. And I think all the other wives were just happy to appease her and just do what she wanted because that brought the peace. And now that Christine has moved out and she's moved on, she's decided that it's time, you know, she brings back traditions that she wanted to celebrate but wasn't as part of the Brown family. So she decides to host this Easter celebration with Janelle's kids. And I don't get it. I don't know whether I'm the only one who's curious. I really would like to know what the beef is between Christine and Mary, because I seem to have missed it somewhere along the line, because I remember the last time I saw them together was when Mary was sort of asking Christine to look at the mountains when Christine was saying she was done. And I don't know whether that's where that was the final straw, in the sense that Christine felt like Mary was forcing her to stay in the family when she didn't want, or she was trying to get her to be a version of herself where she stayed in the family regardless of the fact that nobody wanted her there. I don't get it. I wish they could give us sort of clarity on that, because I really don't get it. I know there's been a lot of history between Janelle and Mary, but I don't get the Christine and Mary situation. Anyway, so they decide to host this thing because they're trying to create traditions for their families to sort of remain bonded. And I think things like doing Easter together, things like doing Christmas together, brings them together and gives them a sense of identity and a sense of family. Because as Garrison said last week, the kids have decided that Kody's a lost cause. They're not going to fight for him. They're going to leave him with Robin and move on. And you have Kody sitting there and he's moaning that, oh, Janelle and Christine are trying to steal my kids. And it's like, It's only Savannah who's still in high school. And truly, everybody else is now an adult, either married or working and has their own home. So how are they stealing them? How? If you really had that greater relationship with them, would they not want to see you? And besides, you said you have a relationship with Robin's children and you're happy with that. Make it make sense. The math ain't mathing. You're just looking for an excuse or for sympathy, or looking for a way to worm yourself out of your responsibility for whatever you've done that's turned your children against you. That's my opinion and I'm sticking to it. Then you have Mary with her friend. She's talking about her carriage house because obviously she's preparing that for her move to Utah. And so Mary, for me, I think, is the most painful part of this show, in my opinion, in the sense that this woman was married to this man. He brought in her brother's ex wife to be his second wife. Then he brought in somebody else. Then she befriended someone, and he had this revelation that, she was to be part of their family. So he married her, and suddenly she was told she needed to divorce her husband so that he could marry the person she had brought into the family. And now she is in a situation whereby her daughter's grown, she's moved out of the family, she's moved on with her life, and she's left in this family after this catfishing incident. And she has to sort of find her identity within this family. And for the longest time, they kept pestering her. Are you leaving us? Are you leaving us? And she told them she wasn't leaving. They should have left her to leave when she wanted to leave. But they guilted her because of the catfishing situation. And yet when somebody had this epiphany, Christine, and wanted to leave, nobody stopped her from leaving. So I think everyone in this family has been selfish towards Mary at some point. I'm not saying Mary is perfect, but every member of the family, apart from Janelle, I don't remember Janelle being mainly involved, but I remember Robin and Christine kept asking Mary, are you leaving after the catfishing situation? Anyway, she's enjoying her time in Utah. She's relaxed. She doesn't have to walk on eggshells because she's worried she might upset someone or someone will be upset with her. She spent Christmas in Flagstaff on her own. And it's like, so why is Robin pretending and having all these crocodile tear moments where she says she doesn't want Mary to leave? When they left her isolated, she spent Easter on her own. Why didn't they invite her? Or why didn't they come over with the kids to see her? Make it make sense. I don't like that. And the fact that this man says he doesn't know how to build his relationship because there's no fire. What happened to him calling her his soulmate? What happened to them? Suddenly the fire's gone out. Why did the fire go out? Who put the fire out in the first place? He saw a shiny object in Robin and decided to leave his wife and all the other wives, and now suddenly he is now the victim. I don't get it. I don't know. I really feel sorry for Mary, and I really feel sorry that she's in this situation because of the catfishing incident. If you follow my channel for a while, I've said that I personally believe Mary stayed in this marriage or stayed in the situation because of the backlash from the catfishing incident, and she didn't want to upset her daughter anymore by trying to move on, and she was waiting for someone to give her sort of some forgiveness, or I don't know. I think she was waiting for one of her family members to say, okay, it's okay for you to move on. And I think her moving to the B&B was the best way she could move out without any backlash. That's my opinion. And I think I'm happy for her. I know she's moved on. She looks way younger. She looks happier. And I really love that for her. So you have Christine and Janelle with their children sort of discussing their plans for Thanksgiving, and it seems they're just going to do the same thing in the sense that it seems the meetups are mainly with the children that are not married. You do have the married Aspen and McKelty come with their husbands occasionally, but it's mainly the older children that are not yet married. And Hunter, I think, is the one who lives the furthest with Logan, so they barely attend any of the family functions, or maybe that they've just chosen not to be on camera. So while they're having a conversation, it's brought up, the fact that Garrison was thinking of maybe getting his dad to come to his house and they could sit down, since it's a neutral environment, and have a conversation. And you have Kody insisting that they need to come to my house. And it's like, this man is a small child in a grown man's body. Seriously. His children have a problem with Robin. How does he think his children will feel comfortable coming to Robin's house? Make it make sense? If I were him and I didn't want to go to Garrison's house and I knew my children didn't want to come to my house, I would arrange an outing, even just a picnic or just to go out for an afternoon meal. Have a conversation with my children and try and build our relationship. The fact that he says he's got a house, I have my house, that house, I'm sorry, is owned by other individuals. That's also Janelle's house because she invested her money in it. That's Mary's house because she invested her money in it. Just because they choose to keep quiet doesn't mean that they don't have ownership to that house, and doesn't give you the right to brag about that house. And for you as a father to sort of want to set certain rules for other children and different rules for other children doesn't make sense. Because I remember I watched Gwendolyn's review, and she was saying, one of the other boys, I think Garrison, is the same age as Robin's oldest son, and yet he gets to live at home. Even during COVID, he got to live at home and wasn't kicked out. And yet Garrison and Gabriel are being told that, they need to be accountable for their actions. He's not going to take this, that, and the other. And it's like, why is it there's one rule for the child whose mother you're madly in love with, and there's a totally different rule for the other children whose mothers you have no feelings towards? Make it make sense. I don't get that. So you have, Robin bring her kids over to see Mary, and it's like she had nothing else to do for the producers to film, and I think they were asking her to film, and so she's decided to include Mary because Mary has said countless times that Robin barely comes to see her. And so for Robin to feel like she's doing Mary a favor and say, oh, it's important for Mary to, continue to have a relationship with my kids. And also my older children, really love Mary because she gave up her marriage. Well, did she give it up, or did you force her, or did you guilt her into giving it up so that you could have your ideal marriage with the love of your life? Make it make sense. I don't like that. And I hate that Mary allows herself to be used for, someone else's benefit. She gave up her marriage for this woman, and now this woman is using her every time TLC says they want to film a scene so that the public can see her as a caring soul when she doesn't even care about Mary. She's barely done anything to show that she has any feeling towards Mary. I'm sorry, Robin grates my last nerve, so I can't stand her. I said this before, and finally it's coming to light. I said that Christine is coming across as one of those people who have found God or who found religion and is now wanting everybody to be a believer. And you can see that Janelle is becoming annoyed. She's becoming annoyed because she's starting to pick up on the sense that Christine really wants her, is feeling sorry for her and is wondering why she's in this situation, because she confides in Christine that, she went for her birthday with Kody, and then after the birthday party, Kody dropped her off and he went back to Robin's house. Or what can I say? I will call it Robin, Mary, and Janelle's house because they all invested money in that property. And so Christine is wondering why, Janelle would stay in a relationship whereby this man sort of takes her out for her birthday celebration and then drops her by the gate and off he goes. And Janelle is saying, that's my choice. I choose to live that lifestyle. And so I'm okay with that. And I think this is a touchy subject. And I think the fact that Christine chose or laid the ground rules for when she left the family, I think to some extent Kody is right in the sense that Janelle is having to play sort of allegiance. She's having to align herself with Christine in order to maintain that relationship, because she says, oh, I don't care if I never have a relationship with Mary. I don't. And it's like, but you and Mary seemed okay. You seem to be cordial. So what happened for you to suddenly say that you don't care if you never have any communication with her? And the idea that Mary is open to getting the family back together when Christine suggests a family reunion, and sort of you have Janelle sort of saying, well, I don't know how I feel. I don't want to go on holiday with them, but I think I'll try and sort of tolerate a family reunion. And then you have Robin and Kody. They always want to be victims. Oh, I don't think that's a good idea because I think, well, how do you expect to mend bridges if you don't meet up? The only way you can do that is to sit down, have a conversation as a family. If it takes having a couple of sort of family reunions to break the ice and then people sit down and talk, then so be it. But you don't need to shut the door completely and then sit there and complain that nobody's willing to do the work to mend the family. Make it make sense. I don't get that. So you have Robin and Mary talking about this grown young lady dating Aurora and making such a, so you're just flirting, and it's like, do we have nothing else to talk about? Can we look for something else to talk about? I don't understand the big deal, and I don't understand why we need to sort of pretend like this is the first person she's dated. Or have we run out of stuff to record then, or are we just going to make up stuff just so it can appear that she's very angelic because of the bad? I think I saw a post from someone saying that apparently Robin and her daughters were a nightmare. So So I don't know whether that's what they're trying to sort of revamp their characters for, or whatever that meant. And then Janelle is talking about the fact that, oh, she and Robin always functioned very well, and so, but now she's not really interested in that relationship, and she's had a lot of problems with Mary, and is now tired of dealing with someone who's completely opposite to her. And it's like, I said this before and I'll say it again. It seems like Janelle is trying to align herself with Christine. That's the impression that I'm getting. So whoever Christine has bad blood with, she will have bad blood with them. They've had a lot of issues with Mary. They've gone to counseling. What is it that has made so insufferable, or so bad, so mean, so evil suddenly, that the whole family don't want to associate with her? Is it the fact that she brought Robin into the family, or what? Make it make sense. I don't get it, and I really don't understand it, and I wish they would really clarify. I don't know why whoever's interviewing them is not asking them to say the truth of what really happened between them and Mary. I really would love to know. I don't know whether anyone else is curious, but I am very curious. Even at the reunion, I want to know why Janelle and Christine have suddenly this disdain and this distaste for Mary, that they want nothing to do with her. So I think Christine is trying to get Janelle to have that aha moment before it's Janelle's time. I think if she is a friend, she needs to just sit there and listen to Janelle, because Janelle is sort of talking about her relationship with Kody and how things are going. She says that everything is amicable, and Christine sort of, in her confessional, is laughing and saying, oh, well, I saw the fight, that's not amicable. And we all know that. But as Janelle's friend, I think Christine needs to be mindful of what she says, because Janelle is going to see these confessionals. And I don't know how much longer their relationship as friends can survive if Christine continues to make these sarcastic remarks behind her back. Janelle already feels judged by Christine in how she's sort of reacting to sort of her decision to stay in the marriage if Kody changes, knowing that Kody has married the love of his life in Robin. I think one of Christine's sort of points is that, how is Janelle prepared to stay in this marriage even Kody makes the necessary changes, knowing that he's married to somebody's love of their life? She will just be an extra to the side and will just have to continue to take the crumbs. And Janelle mentions that she's open to marrying into another polygamous family, and it's like, I think Janelle needs time on her own to get to know herself. And I think Christine needs to be mindful and take a step back and allow Janelle to have the aha moment that Christine had without any pressure from anyone else, because it comes across as though Christine is sort of trying to push Janelle into making a decision to leave Kody. That never works, because if you push someone, they will come back to their crazy situation. So allow her to sort of realize that this marriage is done and it's time for her to move on, and allow her to sort of choose what she wants to do after she moves on. That's just my opinion. I don't know. I really don't know. And I think they've all realized, I think the moment that Kody asked Mary to sort of divorce him so that he could adopt Robin's children is the moment Kody decided that he was done with the family and he was ready to move on and start, his life with just Robin and everybody else to remain at the wayside. I think the only reason why he stayed with Mary was because he liked the idea that, she was someone who contributed financially to their family. And now that he's realized that he can sort of keep the money without Mary, he's now going on this rant of, oh, she can leave, we really don't need her in the family. And it's really sad. I wonder how Mariah feels seeing that that's the way her mom is being treated by her dad, because she was one of the people that were pressuring her mom to stay with her dad. I wonder how she feels knowing that this man is treating her mom like crap and is saying some of the most horrible things about her mother on TV. I really wonder. Anyway, I digress. Thanks, guys, for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. See you in the next one. Bye, guys.